let's get into the into recapping here the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. There were a couple of upsets, but for the most part, it's been mostly chalk, with the exception of Kentucky losing to Oakland. Trying to think here of some other games that were. Yep, St. Mary's losing to Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon would have. Auburn losing to Yale. I did not get a single 8-9 matchup correct in picking the winners. Didn't get a single one.
I haven't looked at the bracket because I know it's so bad. What's the point of just depressing myself?
Now at this point, I just hope I beat you two assholes.
It's not hard to beat me at this point. Half my Final Four is gone, so.
Well, yeah, and Ethan, when I was looking at your bracket, I was like, either this dude is going to be a genius, or he's going to fall apart early.
Yep.
He's adopted the method, the baseball strategy now is home run or strikeout.
Yeah.
And he's right now he's in a bit of a slump.
Percentage. We like a nice big slug.
Yep. But same thing for me though is
lost. I picked it, and that's really what matters, and what we probably should only focus on that one game, because the Kentucky game doesn't matter. The St. Mary's game doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You had St. Mary's going to the Final Four too.
Yep.
Oof. It's a good thing Alabama took care of them, because I do have a Grand Canyon shirt that I bought when we golfed their golf course, and if Grand Canyon would have won, I would have been wearing that shirt tonight.
Actually, my buddy that lives downstairs actually played soccer at Grand Canyon, so we were watching the game. Was that Saturday night? Yeah.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Grand Canyon, Alabama was last night.
Yeah.
But
so, dude, like, what the hell is Grand Canyon's school nickname?
The Antelopes.
They basically, so it's privately funded. They just randomly gave, like, a bunch of people donated $3.2 billion, built the campus. It's 3 hours from the Grand Canyon, and there's not even antelopes there. So
yeah, I was gonna say
there is a coyote on the golf course, though.
They do have a hell of a nice golf course.
Well, it's Arizona. Of course, there's going to be a coyote on the golf course. But like, I kept looking at their jerseys and it said Lopes, and I was like, what the hell is this?
They're an antelope, but they don't have antelopes in Arizona
or this continent.
It's actually a super.
There's antelopes on this continent.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm thinking the Serengeti. Never mind.
Where are there antelopes in this continent?
In North Dakota.
There's a specific kind of antelope, like.
Oh, fuck off!
Where if you dial it in, but to my point, when everyone thinks antelope, they think getting killed by a lion in the Serengeti.
Yeah, that's the only one I think of. I don't believe in North.
That's a jackalope.
No, shut up. They were one of the only for a bit. I think they changed it now, but they're basically a for-profit school, which is pretty effed up. So yeah, there's not a lot of people that don't like them.
I just appreciate the fact that they're at least not lying to us.
Oh yeah, they're straight up saying like, "Hey, we're pocketing this shit."
Like everyone else in public education in this country, they're lying to us. Grand Canyon is not lying.
They're like, "Hey, that online money, it's going right in my pocket."
I want to say the old Suns owner is a big donor to that school. I think that's where they got a good chunk of their money.
Yeah. Was he like the racist or the fascist or hated women? What was that Suns owner scandal again?
Oh, I can't remember here.
Who did he apparently dislike?
Or
was it a toxic workplace, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Let's see here.
Oh my God, Iowa might lose to West Virginia.
I know, this is getting close.
You can tell this. You can tell this team is not a national championship caliber team.
Well, they also they are not used to the press like this. They are literally it's like Bob Huggins' team but female.
Yeah, maybe this West Virginia coach is pretty good. I mean, it's his third job I saw.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I've watched about 29 minutes of West Virginia women's basketball this year.
They are very elite.
Yes, they are.
It's no different than the men's team. When you play West Virginia, it's a long weekend with your in-laws, according to John Rothstein.
He's got some classics.
He has some
John Rothstein.
Shit. Yeah, he's good.
But anyways, we're not gonna recap every game from the first weekend in the tournament. Instead, to kind of speed the process up a little bit, we're gonna throw it back to the football days. We're gonna each pick our game of the weekend here. Now, we can't steal each other's, but we are gonna go old school style, and we're gonna pick out of the hats. So
Nice.
we have the for Grant, Super Bowl champion Chiefs. For me, I fumbled it. Super Bowl, or the 5-time Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys.
Okay,
And
first
Ethan's
of
favorite,
all, God.
Ethan's favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings. And I can't.
Jesus
I
Christ.
The last time
He goes to the freaking History Channel and says the 5-time champion Dallas Cowboys.
I've even seen him win a.
And you know what? I'm not even going to use that one because I dropped it and I can't reach it. So I'm going to go with the 7-time champion, the New England Patriots here. That'll be me.
Hey, dumbass! It's 6-time. Take your mouth off Tom Brady's cock.
Whatever.
Brady has the 7 titles. Dude, this guy's got the nerve to bring up Dallas's history when the Detroit Lions went 0-16 and made a conference championship before your Cowboys did.
Don't change the subject. We're not talking about football anymore. We're talking about basketball.
I'm talking about teams' helmets.
The first pick is going to be Ethan.
Ethan finally won one.
I win.
And then, since I'm petty and I'm going to rig this, and Grant decides to try to dump on my team, I'm going second.
I lost so many times.
And
unbelievable.
Grant, you're third because you've won enough. So
people in this country hate winners. People in this country hate winners.
That's right. That's right. So, Ethan, what is your game of the weekend here in the 2024 opening round?
We are definitely a big nerd fan. We are going Yale Auburn. That was a phenomenal game. The refs absolutely tried to hand it to Auburn at the end, but yet they still couldn't figure it out. Danny Wolf is a American legend. We recruited him for a while, but he wanted to go be a nerd, so congratulations to Danny. But they were just a good team. They truly were. They were balanced, a lot of shooters, and they were able to slow Auburn down just enough to win it.
And they were able to keep them off the boards and keep that final layup. Auburn could not make a layup as many good looks as they had, and able to keep them off and get a 13-4 win, which should have happened in the Kansas-Sanford game. But
who did they lose to in the second round?
Who, Yale?
Yeah, they lost to San Diego State.
San Diego State. I didn't watch that one.
The real SDSU. That's because the game started at like 9:00 your time, which is also something that I'm going to rant about. Is I think I ranted about this last year, but why do they only have like one game in the first 2 slots? They should have 2 games going, and then that final game be starting at like 7 or 8 o'clock Central Time. None of this 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, because it's too late. You've already watched 35 hours of basketball from Thursday to Sunday. Let us have the night off. Let the game be over at like 8 or 9. You get like an hour to wind down before, and then it's like 11 o'clock. Oh, time to go to sleep.
Well, and also, to your point, why would anyone turn on Yale San Diego State when the A&M Houston game was going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the ticker on, and you can look, and it's like, oh, San Diego State's blowing the doors off them.
Yeah.
But I guess, Grant, that actually, good thing you brought that game up, because that was actually going to be my game of the week here. The lovely city of Houston versus Texas A&M, the Colts. And don't you give me that look there, buddy. Don't you give me that look here don't you be dogging our wonderful city of Houston, okay? Houston loses 4 of 5 starters. They were in foul trouble the whole game. Felt like they had the game locked up, and then Texas A&M goes on a 13-3 run, ties the game, goes into overtime. Houston continues to lose players, and they just had guys step up. The white dude who of course, made his free throws, whose name is escaping me. Is it like Delvin? Gelvin?
I think it's Galvin.
And they found a way to grit it out. Texas A&M finally, something that we were waiting on all year, a team, well, I had picked to be in my Final Four, was because I thought they were experienced enough, and it didn't click until now. I think if they play maybe any other team other than like Houston, UConn, any of the 1 seeds, I think I would take Texas A&M in any of those matchups, but got to take care of business in the before that, and that's what happens is
they missed 14 foul shots.
Yeah.
What are we doing, guys? I mean, hell, if they make 17, they win the game.
That's why it's important. That's why we said make your free throws, but they didn't. Grant, what do you have for your game of the week?
Well, like I said earlier, when we were talking baseball, I said chicks dig the long ball, and so do I. Well, I like a high-scoring basketball game in the tournament. How about Florida, Colorado?
Hey, we watched that at Hy-Vee.
We did, yeah, at the old Wahlburgers there. Good food, by the way, Ethan. You were right. That they do it right.
You guys have a Wahlburgers in your Hy-Vee?
It's good food.
Yeah, we went to the one.
I like Wahlburgers.
We went to the one in Shakopee. We were at Ethan's. Place. Went there. Got a patty melt with a blue moon. It was fantastic.
Can't beat a good patty melt.
No, and some tater tots on the side. Life is good. But yeah, Colorado, Florida. Just kind of watching that whole game. Colorado coming off a tough emotional win Wednesday in the first 4 against Boise. Florida, people are thinking they're hot. They just won the SEC tournament. They were going back and forth. Teams were making shots when they needed to make a shot. And then, was it Sampson? Colorado's best player. He does his best Kawhi Leonard. That ball hit every part of the rim before it went in to seal the game winner. 102-100. A good old 10-7 upset. That's why people love the tournament. And that game was wildly entertaining, and that's why it was my game of the weekend.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. That one, I had the game on a different channel, and I was kind of following it, and I was trying, and it was one of those points where I couldn't find the remote, so I wasn't able to go watch the end of it, and by the time I went to go try to get it, it was already over. I already saw Colorado won, but because I think at the same, in a matter of like a couple of minutes of each other, Yale upset Auburn and Colorado upset Florida.
Yeah, probably within 5 minutes of each other.
5 minutes of each other, yeah.
That's the beauty of this tournament, is you're just stacking moments on top of moments. But that, that one, some other good ones that, didn't make the list was obviously Oakland, Kentucky. And I think we all kind of had the hunch, and maybe this is the three guys talking ball curse here, is talking about if Calipari can get Kentucky to buy in to defend for 6 games, they probably will win the tournament. But I think, Ethan, you and I, we all had the idea that it was like, yeah, Kentucky's going to be lucky if they can escape this one. After Oakland got hot from 3, Jack Golke scored 30 points. And it was like, yeah, okay, this Kentucky team is this is why we should not be picking Kentucky to go far again. You can add this to the list of the Gonzagas, the Tennessees, of the Purdue's.
Any team coached by Shaka Smart.
Any team coached by Shaka Smart, which we'll give the guy his flowers. He made it to the second weekend of the tournament here.
First time since what, 2011?
Yep, since he went on that Final Four run.